There is a lot of worlds that exist within the realm of fiction that is just absolute supreme cuisine, but I'll be real, I don't think there has been one that has bridged the gap between regular people and slight furry-ish type people, I guess, than Sonic has. Because I'm not gonna lie, this is like one of the boundaries where people would say, oh, this is fine. This is perfectly okay, and I'm still not a furry, and that's just how it is. I'm not gonna lie, how could you not want to clap? There is too many good ass options, way too many, way too much legacy, and that's just how it is ultimately, right? Like literally, as someone as basic as hell as Amy Rose, you still see some good quality content from her, and I'm pretty certain majority of people that would go to the Sonic universe, if they had the chance to, they would 9 times out of 10 clap the shit out of Amy's cheeks. Put that Pico hammer somewhere it probably doesn't need to be, and just go ahead and just start using her for any other reason, because that's just how it is. Plus, just to add another character to the pink hair addiction, Amy is there as well. So that's just how that goes. Or you can just go class somebody that is forgotten for a lot of people, at least newer generation of people, like Sally Acorn. I don't really care that hard for Sally. I think she's okay, but at the very same time, still clappable cheeks. I won't sit here and say, you know, that's impossible. I don't see that being a valid clap, because it very much is. You know, people don't know what the hell, you know, some people don't know what the hell Sonic Saturday AM is. Granted, I didn't really watch it because I didn't know what's the difference between Sonic the cartoon show with the life lessons and all that stuff versus Saturday AM. I really didn't know between the two, but still, that was just me as a kid. Shut up. But when it comes down to it though, you know, you have Sally as an option. There's some fair amount of options, honestly, in the Archie side of Sonic, and that's kind of like a good thing too. There is literally a character built for everybody that you can literally get your hands into, whether it's part of the games, Archie, or IDW. You literally got multiple different versions of characters that just slap hard as hell when, you know, they're actually written right, and, you know, when they just are around. But still, nonetheless, you got lots of characters to choose from. Plus, one character from one version of Sonic might not exist in the another version of Sonic. You think anybody has seen Fiona the Fox since, you know, the Archie Sonic days, or her fine ass? No, we haven't seen her at all, mainly because the person that created her is kind of on some weird nonsense, but still, it is what it is. When it comes down to it, like, she about bad as hell. I'm pretty certain, you know, I would clap that cheek about 5 times over and not necessarily give a solitary damn about trying to, you know, not do so anymore, because it's GG's. I'm a fox, she's a fox, it's over. It is completely over. You know, Scourge ain't gonna know what to do with that once I get done with her. It is what it is. What about Hershey the cat with her fine self? Especially if you've seen that one doujin of her babysitting Cream, and that was a glorious one. Again, Mobius Unleashed just come out with some of the best shit, and it's just crazy how no one yaps about them these days. But also at the very same time, you do get somebody else on the same level as, like, you know, Rosie the Rascal, which, granted, do you want to die? That depends on the person that wants to clap cheeks. I'm pretty much in that department, so I might get screwed over here, right? But it is what it is. I mean, she kind of crazy in the face, but she could probably throw it back way harder than Amy can. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's like trying to get with the Yandere. It is what it is. We just gotta take a chance and dive on in.
Worth.
But if that's not enough for you just dealing with the Archie side of characters, well, you got things like IDW, right? Which probably has like a chokehold on a lot of damn people, which is why you got people like Whisper the Wolf, which is someone that is very silent, has trauma, and just overall a fine piece of wolf chocolate ass. Can I be real? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. If there is any wolf character that has ever had a chokehold on me before, it's this one. This one has a severe chokehold on me in terms of just how wolf-like she is, how fine she can be with that status. Honestly, I don't even think Luna from Hell of a Boss can compare to how fine even someone like Whisper is. She's just that damn good. She's just a fine piece of chocolate ass that makes me piss at times that honestly I kind of hate that she's freaking gay, or at least they want to make her gay, because that's just kind of how it is for that character. Why is all the fine bitches gay? I'm tired of it. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, Whisper can have my children. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I don't care if you think it's weird between a fox and a wolf. It's gonna happen. And do I need to remind anybody of the finest green bitch that we have gotten in Surge? Literally the reason why I even found out about the whole IDW comic, much less care to even pick it up, just because, damn, who's this fine bitch at? And why is she kind of cool? Why is she kind of like a female version of Sonic, but on crack, and has way more trauma than she honestly really need, honestly? Like, what's the deal with this junk here? And not gonna lie, why does she got a wagon? Like, that was basically my whole idea of looking at Surge when I first really saw that character. And I'm not gonna lie, yes, she can electrocute you, but also at the very same time, do you not think the possibility of clapping cheeks is there? I don't see how you don't see that, right? I see what I see, but do you see what you see? I don't see what you see, but we see over the seas and seas. Pirates. But you get the damn point though. Surge is about bad as hell, and pretty much literally other new characters within the IDW sort of verse is also pretty damn good. I think there's like a beetle, or I think that's called Jewel or something like that, that's also pretty damn good, right? I've seen a lot of people talk about her, or Lamalan, or whatever the hell you call her name, the tired lamb looking chick that always looks like she's ready to beat someone's ass, even though she just needs a good dick, and I promise you, she'll fix her attitude real effing quick, if I'm gonna be honest. But there's a lot of options when it comes down to it. And then let's not forget the main canon of Sonic characters, which we already know how this goes. Cream the Rabbit can get creamed all the way up. Vanilla the Rabbit I can put some of my vanilla in that damn rabbit, which granted, still, I believe, personally, one of my favorite Sonic female characters of all time, if I'm gonna be real, just because, yeah, she doesn't be in the games or does really much of anything, doesn't mean that she can't get it. I'll beat the hell out of Vector if it means just getting to them ass cheeks of that rabbit. It is what it is. The hot Latino Rouge that literally everybody has beat it off to once and hopes Rouge will just come through and snatch their seed or something, like a seed demon, because of course that's how it is. I've also been seeing like an uptick of a lot of Maria content, which I'm not gonna lie, that was the last person I would think was gonna get looted in any shape and form. But also, I mean, she does need something before she dies, so she might need to get digged down. That's just how it is. At least she has that for a good memory before, you know, they end up shooting her again. So that's just how it is. Cosmo, I know she's not main canon, but screw it, it is what it is. Like, she's still canon to my damn heart. And then also because new character, and honestly the only new character I've seen in the games recently that means the most to me, which is Sage. Because ain't no damn way I can sit here and just be like, nah, I don't really feel like yapping about Sage. Sage is life, right? Can we just be real? Yeah, she definitely, you know, is on the side of evil, or at least on the side of nonsense with Eggman, but it is what it is. Sage is bad as hell, and I do not understand how anybody would say, no, I don't want this. You're insane, you're really much inconsiderate of Sage's feelings, and I feel like you should get your ass beat by 5 other people, because that's just how it feels like. I think the clappability factor of Sonic characters come in from really just the fact that a lot of us grew up on Sonic, and at the very same time, the colorfulness. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's tons of characters and tons of different shows that are really good for multiple different reasons, but when it comes to Sonic, I'm going to remember that first out of anything, because it's just like, damn, the characters are super colorful. And even if I don't remember everybody by name, I remember their design because each person kind of looks unique and a bit different. So it's not really hard to tell like who is who, or at least what person makes a bit difference than a little bit of another person, all that sort of stuff. So it is on what it is on that sort of factor. It's just the fact that, again, Sonic is just something that's just been around for ages, literally legendary status at this point, and there's no way that you could sit here and just tell me it doesn't have an H legacy. That's why I made a video on it some time ago about how Sonic has an H legacy, because it's literally been around since the beginning of time. But obviously this don't get no other point or score outside of a 10 out of 10 for me. Like, you don't go up and just see Sonic characters and just don't think, man, I don't want to do anything with these. You absolutely do. And if you say you don't want to, you're a liar. And we already know everybody would probably clap a Sonic character if we're going to clap anything furry again. That is the one route of what we're going to go with, and that's just going to be how it is. Also, I'm just going to add this in, and this is probably the most sus thing I ever said, but even characters that normally I would not be down for to just sit here and clap, it's also kind of clappable in this verse. Like, in mainly I focus this on Tails. Like, I don't understand this one. I've seen so much gender vent Tails to the point I'm like, you know what? If Tails was a chick, I'd bang Tails too. Or maybe just in general if they're just caked up. I don't know. If they look feminine enough, I might clap Tails. That just is what it is. Tails is the homie, but also, why you got a fat ass and why am I here for it? I don't understand. But that's essentially, I guess, all I got to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification anywhere else. Also on the socials, any of the links on the channel, Kofi Cash Out is available as well. And until then, it's been Boy J, signing off. Have a blessed day.